But up next, it's the final of the British IAME Cadet Championship. Zach Knight and Zach Drummond start from row 1. Hardy Mamasi and Lewis Werrell start from row 2. Roman Kamyab and Sebastian Mins go from row number 3. Archie Clark and William Knight are on row 4. Noah Wolf and championship leader Macauley Bishop starts from row 5. Connor Duncan and Ethan Jeff Hall start from row 6. Nathan Ty, and I'll explain why now, starts from row 7 alongside William Murtagh. Then it's Eden Spanswick, the Anglo-Moldovan driver from Moldova. Daniel Sofronia on row 8. Ben Smith and Jesse Phillips are on row 9. Sky Parker and Morgan Moore on row 10. William Antrobus and Alfie Slater, row 11. Joey Brown and Eli Baden are on row number 12. Row 13 is Jorge Edgar, and then it's Aston Sharp, 26 on the grid. Mason Rudman and Kit Bolowski are next. Kanishk Rao and Michael Walker round out the top 30. 31st is Cameron Pratt-Thompson. So that is the grid order. Why, you may ask, is Nathan Ty only 13th when on our screens you saw him win, or win the previous heat this morning? Well, race 23, the opening heat race of this morning, Nathan Ty was given, he had a nose cone dropped, and then he also had 2 5-second penalties for gaining an unfair advantage according to the stewards. So he lost, he was classified 27th. Macauley Bishop, he was demoted to 21st for the contravention of a flag signal during the race, and that gave him a 10-second time penalty to drop him to 21st on this grid. The net result of that is that Macauley Bishop leads the championship with 1 race to go by 4 points over Nathan Ty. They both drop their scores this morning. Now, Macauley Bishop, his worst score that he's counting towards his championship at the moment is 58 points, which is what you get for finishing 5th in a final. Nathan Ty, his next worst score is 60 points, which is what you get for finishing 3rd. Now, this is the ultimate tension, and I am going to say that Nathan Ty, if he wins this race, he gets 60 points, 65 points, but drops 60. That's a gain of 5 points. That would put him on 648. Nathan Ty can win this championship with a win, and as long as Macauley doesn't improve on, if Macauley finishes 4th, he gains a point, and that puts him on 648. I think Macaulay's going to finish in the top 3. Possibly 4th to tie the championship, providing Nathan Ty wins. Like I said earlier, 1/5 of the current Formula 1 grid has either come 1st, 2nd or 3rd in this class, in this championship, since 1996. It is the reason why British karters are the best in the world, why so many succeed in so many levels and then go on to succeed in world motorsport. Nathan Ty and Macauley Bishop have been excellent role models for our sport this year. They have raced hammer and tongs. Yeah, it's got physical a couple of times, as it always does. Every lap they have been on it 100%, and whoever wins this is going to be the fantastic champion. It's a false start. That's a false start. There are going to be nerves. There are going to be, and look at the grandstand. I mean, everyone's got their masks on in the grandstand, but you know, they watch this race because what you should see, is why we love this sport. These drivers, these young men and women, between the ages of 8 and 12 years old, some of them still in primary school.
And they're better driving than me. And
yeah,
you.
And you know, they are, you know, and this is, and people in the live stream saving the best class for now, You know, it's you know, it's tactical.
Yeah.
Nathan, bottom line, Nathan Tye has to win this race. He's the Grand Prix champion. He won it here. He won the PF plate here. He's got a great team behind him. Oliver Roller Motorsport, they won this class last year with Harley Keeble. Macauley Bishop has spent his entire career, up until the start of this year, that driver there, number 9, Macauley Bishop, had driven as a privateer with his family, never been part of a team. Paul Munn Racing picked him up and supported him this year. Last year, he went out and come second in the Rotax Grand Finals Micromax class for Team Great Britain on his first international event. These are two, and we've got 29 other incredibly talented racers as well. Oh my God, there's a crash, and that's Hardy Mamasi, the barrier, the privateer driver. He's okay. I can see his cousin from Canada is watching this, and he's okay. Everyone else gets through cleanly. Let's try and see where our two title protagonists are. Bishop is out in 4th place. Nathan Tye, look for the GP plate. Where is he? He's a little bit further back. We're going to see where they are. He's okay. He missed the crash.
He's 2 places behind him.
So he's 2 places behind him. Now, everyone just hopes that they're two ultra-talented class athletes, and they're now side by side. Bishop ahead of Tye. Nathan Tye has got to get past Macauley Bishop and then win this race and hope Macauley finishes lower than 3rd. Macauley has got number 88, William Knight, Tye's teammate, directly in front of him. Got to try and go for a move. 11 minutes to go. At the moment, up at the front, it is Zach Knight, Zach Drummond, and I think Lewis Werrell. Drummond leads. Zach Knight second. It's Sebastian Mins third. William Knight 4th. Macauley Bishop 5th. No change in the standings. Nathan Tye's not going to earn any championship points for where he is. Neither is Macauley Bishop. It's still 4 points to Bishop's advantage. 10 minutes to go. And Mins runs a little bit wide. Tye is in front of Bishop now. Where's Macauley Bishop? He's now behind Ethan Jeff Hall. So Ethan Jeff Hall, kart number 5 for Strawberry Racing. Moves between Tye and Ethan Jeff Hall moves into another position ahead of Tye, and now the championship contenders are wheel to wheel again, inch apart. They give each other plenty of room. And a spin behind. That is, and he just clipped the barrier. That's the fusion car. That's Noah
43,
Wolf.
Yeah, Noah Wolf.
Noah Wolf. Well, he's okay. He's not very happy, but he's okay.
Yeah, it was very close to clipping that barrier near the lamppost there. Just kisses the rear wheel against it.
Gives it a slight peck.
Yeah, so there's a peck on the cheek for being so sweet.
Drummond, Knight, Mins. Let's have a quick look at the championship.
Right.
Points. Standings.
There it is.
Bishop, 647. Tye, 643. Zach Knight, Zach Drummond, Ethan Jeff Hall, Lewis Werrell, Connor Duncan, Archie Clark, Sebastian Mins and William Knight. There we are. No change at the moment. At the moment, Nathan Tye is 6th. And I feel, I feel sorry for Zach Drummond, Zach Knight, Sebastian Mins. Everybody 1, 2, 3 at the moment. But you have to understand that we have to focus as much as we can on the overall championship as well. Tye 6th, Bishop 8th. That's enough for Macauley Bishop at the moment. Nathan Tye, head down. He's got to work hard. He's got to get up there. He's got 2 teammates in front of him. Now, what will Zach Knight do? Will Zach Knight, they're just pushing away and racing. Zach Knight could, and I'm going to say could, get involved in a scrap with Zach Drummond, slow them all down, bring Nathan Tye into play, and then that would help Nathan Tye get into the lead. But I have to say that Zach Knight is just working well. He's running his own race, quite rightly so as well. He's running his own race. Onto the straight, another great thing. The shadows beginning to lengthen, Anthony, as we get into the early evening here at PF International, and we've got a change for the race lead. Now Zach Knight has the lead. Now we'll see, with 8 minutes to go, does the pace slow down?
Yeah, the sun shines on the IAME Cadets for their final race of the weekend. Race 35 of the weekend for these drivers. 8 minutes to go. As you say, a new change for the lead. Zach Knight leads the way from Zach Drummond in 2nd place. Then there's a little bit of a gap. Then we see Mins, William Knight, Ethan Jeff Hall, Nathan Tye, the GP plate, 2nd in the championship at the moment, but only by a few points. There he is on your screen. Bishop, though, right behind him, the championship leader at the moment. They are nose to tail with 7.5 minutes to go on the timer into the final couple of corners. You know, Ty is in a very tricky situation here because he needs to get up to the front of the grid, but Bishop is not going to allow him to do this with him right behind. Bishop's going to try and get past him as soon as possible, but it's going to be a race to the finish. 100% in this race. They scream under the tunnel in towards the banking of turn number 2. Up the hill now across the bridge, and no changes right there. But there, Macauley Bishop, fastest lap of the race, 1:07.980, and there he is behind. He just having a little visor adjustment there, just saying, I'm coming for you. Like.
and I've got to say, there were a little bit on the yellow flags there, and that is somebody that looks like it's one of the Cato Motorsport drivers, possibly Eli Baden on the grass there. Well, the pace is not slowing down. Zach Knight is getting his head down, and he's just going. Drummond in second. Ethan Jeff Hall runs it. Oh, and there's a couple of karts off there. That is the number 17 Fusion Motorsport kart.
Jorge Edgar.
He's had a rough day. There are the two championship contenders. Well, they're neck and neck on the track. The championship, it's still 4 points to Macauley Bishop's advantage. Hardy Mamassi has recovered from his earlier incident. He is running in 21st place. The Anglo-Canadian driver from Toronto, now based in Chippenham. Noah Wolf is still running in 31st place after his spin as well. So we've got all 31 karts still running.
Now 6 minutes left on the timer then. Zachary Knight still leading from Zach Drummond, but all eyes on these two back here in 6th and 7th place. The GP plate of Nathan Ty, the 9 plate of Macauley Bishop. First and second in the championship, no points between them as they battle nose to tail out of hairpin 1 in towards hairpin 2.
And I've got to say, I can never remember a season where two drivers have been so competitive every single session. You know, Nathan Ty, you know, he is not, well, up until today, he had finished out of the top 3 once.
Yeah.
All year.
Yeah.
Up until today, when it's, and again, it's the last round, you know, things happen on the final day of the season. He has finished out of the top 5 once in a season of this competitive. That is special. And he still might not win the championship because Bishop has had 1 or 2 more lower points finishes, but he won the heats at Rowra, he won the first final at Rowra, he won the heats at Kimbolton, he won the pre-final at Kimbolton, and he won the heats at Mansell Raceway in Dunk as well. That's 5 maximum scores for Bishop compared to 3 maximum scores for Ty. We say that points make prizes, winning makes prizes. That I think, but now Ty is closing in. Now Ethan Jeff Hall, the 5, the 77 of Mins, the 88 of William Knight. They're closing in on the 2 leaders. They're bringing Nathan Ty with him, and Macauley Bishop is keeping 10 kart lengths between himself. At the moment, this is still enough. Nathan Ty now moves into 4th place. Well, if Nathan Ty's got to pass 4 drivers in 4.5 minutes, and if he does that, he wins the championship unless Bishop can start making some moves as well.
Well, this is great for Nathan Ty right now because he's got his teammate of who's he got behind him now? He's got Oliver Rowland Motorsport.
Yeah, that's Connor Duncan. That's a long way behind.
Oh, okay.
There's Duncan in kart number 30 leading this next train.
Yeah, it's William Knight. Sorry, it's William Knight who's got behind him now. So he's got a good rear gunner now to keep Bishop at bay. Allow the GP plate of Ty to then get up that order. If the 88 can just hold it off there.
4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Let's have a quick look at the point standings. Nothing's changed at the moment. There's a change for the race lead. That's Zach Drummond in the top spot. Ethan Jeff Hall second. And that's going to be Sebastian Mins in third. And Nathan Ty is in a position. He's going to pass Zach Knight. Is he? Not quite. Bishop is closed right in. Oh, Bishop's got a wall of Oliver Rowland Motorsport karts in front of him. And he's gone for it. Well, that's the only way Macauley knows how to drive. The only way he knows how to drive is head down and go for it. That's what's got him to this point. And if he's going to win this championship, that is how he's going to win it. You can't change the way you drive for one race. He's done it his whole career. In, go, in, go. That's what Macaulay's going to do now, but obviously tempering that with the fact that it's the British Champs final. Nathan Ty has been magnificent all year. We saw at Rowra where he was literally saying to Macauley, okay, I'm not going to pass you, let's work together to push away, and he stayed true to his word. He didn't try and pass Macauley Bishop at Rowra in one of the heats because he wanted that second place finish because he knew it meant something else. So that level of maturity, that intelligence that Nathan Ty has as a driver, that is how he's driven all year. He's driven with blinding speed, but also a calm, calculating sort of way of going about his racing. So it's two very different drivers that have come together in a season that has been a classic. And let's hope now, with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go, just bring them all home, boys.
Oh dear, so the GP plates managed to get past. Now Bishop is 2 cars behind Nathan Ty. So Ty's managed to get a good advantage here. Let's see what happens when they next cross the line, because there is no points between them. There's still about 3 or 4 points that they've got between them in the championship standings. 2 minutes to go, and Nathan Ty is in 4th place now. Bishop is still in. Where is Bishop? Still in 6th place at the moment. Oh, but he nerves his way past the 77 of Mins.
That's what he's got to do. He's got to do that. That's how he's always driven, and that's what he's got to do. And he did it. It worked for him.
Yep, it definitely did. Now, back onto the start-finish straight. Here we go. What's going to happen with the points?
No change.
Stay the same.
Still no change. They're not going to change unless Nathan Ty gets into 1st or 2nd place.
Right.
And they're not going to change for Bishop unless he gets into 4th.
Right. Okay, so 90 seconds left on the clock then. It's nearing the end of this 2020 championship for the IAME Cadets. Eyes on the GP plate then, under braking into hairpin 1, no positions gained. He needs to get those next couple of positions, but if these start scrapping, to which they are now scrapping at the front, the number 5 of Ethan Jeff Hall gets in front.
Strawberry Racing at the front of a cadet field for the first time in a long time. Ethan Jeff Hall doing great for the Tony Kart team. Then there's Zach Knight, and now Nathan Ty is up into P3. Nathan Ty 3rd, but Bishop's making a move as well. Bishop is almost copying, move for move. Nathan Ty, when Ty makes a move, he's up to 2nd. Now Nathan Ty can see the British Championship. 45 seconds to go. Bishop is down in 5th.
Let's see what happens now. Final corner on the standings. They'll cross the line. They'll re-update then. 30 seconds left on the clock. It's now Nathan Ty leading the championship by 1 point across the line. Bishop, in this time now, has dropped down. He needs to move up into 4th place or more.
Ty's got the lead. Here comes Bishop. Bishop's in 2nd. Oh my word, in 1 corner. Ty moves to the 1st place. Bishop up to 2nd.
Oh,
it's going to be head-to-head. It's the only way to do it. Mano a mano. They've been tied together all year. Now let's sort it out amongst themselves. Bring them home, boys. The clock strikes 0 now.
Last lap board out then, this time sweeping to the outside if Jeff Hall nearly wipes the back of the S-plate out as they go through, but it's GP Nathan Ty leading the way. Bishop is now in 3rd place. He's still there in the chance of winning the championship, but he's got, this is so close. He goes defensive.
And he's got Ty's teammate right behind him.
Oh dear
He's got Ty's teammate, Nathan Ty. At the moment, 1 point to the good. Bishop in 3rd place. Ty's going to get 65 points. Bishop is going to get 60 if things stay as they are. It's going to come down to the last lap of the season. Nathan Ty has the lead, and Bishop in 3rd place. At the moment, Bishop is champion by a point, but he's got to stay in 3rd, and he's got Nathan Ty's teammate breathing down his neck. Zach Knight could decide who wins the British Cadet Championship. 3/4 of a lap to go. Anthony Jordan, I think I'm going to blow a gasket.
Sit down, Henry. Here we go down the hill. You can see there that Bishop's going very defensive now. The rest of the field's going to close up. But the 5 as well of Ethan Jeff Hall could change this championship as well. If he gets past the GP plate, that could also end it for Nathan Ty. Now let's go into hairpin 2. The leader still in front. Bishop there under pressure in 3rd place, still holding on to 3rd place. There is not many more opportunities that the guys behind can get past.
Here he goes. Bishop's holding it off. Bishop had to defend there. Bishop's going to have to make that PMR Kart very, very wide. Ethan Jeff Hall goes to the race lead. Ethan Jeff Hall takes the race lead with 2 corners to go. The number 5 Kart, and Bishop is dropped back. Bishop's been dropped back. Oh my word, Bishop's down to 6th. The checker flag is out. Who's going to be British champion? Who's going to be champion? Ethan Jeff Hall wins the race. Ty doesn't know if he's won. Bishop doesn't know if he's won. We wait for the calculator.
I think it's Bishop.
Well, wait. Hang on. Hang on. I'm going to wait for Ian Rogers to say if that is the final score, because I do not, absolutely do not want to call the wrong British Cadet champion. They're home. Ethan Jeff Hall has won this race. Nathan Ty is 2nd. Third for Zach Knight. No one's celebrating because they don't know who the British champion is. Archie Clark is third. Lewis Werrell is fourth. Is fifth, sorry. Macauley Bishop is sixth. Then it's Connor Duncan, William Knight, Zach Drummond, and Hardy Mimasi from last to 10th. Hang on a second.
Well, there's the results on the screen. We're just confirming if the championship points are correct on the screen. We get a thumbs up.
The championship points are correct on the screen, and it says Macauley Bishop with 647 points, 2 points ahead of Nathan Tye, is your provisional 2020 British Cadet Karting Champion. Oh my word, what a classic we have seen, and Nathan Tye did everything. Nathan Tye did absolutely everything that was asked of him. What a season for Nathan Tye. And Macauley Bishop, who spent his entire career running out of a ratty old motorhome with his family and getting abuse from lots of other people about he must be cheating. The kid's so good. The kid's so good. He's come with a team this year. Paul Munn has put his arms round Macauley Bishop and given him the support that his talent deserves. And I think he is now the British champion. He follows in the footsteps of Alex Albon, of George Russell, of Dan Ticktum, of Lewis Hamilton. Who would have thought it? That is why we love this sport. That is proper kart racing. That is brilliant. Ethan Jeff Hall has won this race, and both those drivers would have been worthy British champions. And Nathan Tye has had one of the best seasons I have ever seen from a cadet. He has finished every single race, first or second or third, apart from today. And I don't think they know what I think. Macauley there. There's his dad, Ian. They're still not sure. They're still not sure. My screen says Bishop and Ian Rogers from Motorsport Timing has said, there's the reaction. There's the reaction. Bishop is British champion. And look at that. There are teammates. There are people from all the teams congratulating because, you know, it's so competitive. It is so much pressure on these young kids. And that's what they are. They're kids. We talk about them like they're professional grown-up athletes. We talk about them and we heap the pressure on them, you know, from my point of view, from the live stream, from the team's point of view. They're just kids. But my word, how talented are they? And I'll tell you a story right now. The first time that Macauley Bishop ever went to a kart track was Landau in 2016 to watch a round of Super 1 that had a round of the Bambino Championship. And I remember his mum and his dad, they were there and they were chatting away to Dan Parker and said about getting into karting. And the kids were all over the place and you look at them, you thought, well, you know, they're going to have fun. And they did. They've lived it and breathed it ever since. They've done it on their own. They got a 9th place finish last year as a privateer. And now, their first year with the team, and Bishop won the Micromax qualifier for the Rotax Grand Finals last year. And he got a ticket to Sarno. And he just had never been to an international race before. And I think Bradley Beavers from the Bambino Car Club to help out because his mum Kitty and his dad Ian couldn't get there on time. They couldn't drive out there. They couldn't, you know, get there because it was such an alien concept for them that he's representing Team Great Britain in the biggest karting event in the world. I think, you know, he had Dan Holland take him from an airport to Italy. I think me and my fiance picked him up from the airport, and you know he had to stay with us for a night because he's on his own. He's just this wide-eyed kid, you know, who's so talented. He loves his karting. And now he's British champion, and he finished second. He finished second in the world on that week in Sarno, in his first time out in a Micromax kart, and now he's British champion. He's going to speak to Anthony Jordan.
Yes, back with Macauley. Like we said, 2020 British Kart champion for IAME Cadet. A fantastic feeling. It was a tough last few laps of that race. It must have been really hard thinking of what was going on in terms of points. But you got there at the end. 1 point just clinched it.
Feels so amazing. When I did the interview a couple of days ago with Henry, seeing how it feels a lot different from that to now.
I bet it does, you know, because before it was like thinking about, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Now it's a reality. You can go home. You can enjoy the rest of your day. You can enjoy the rest of the year knowing that you're 2020 British Kart champion.
Oh, it's going to be so good. I'm going to tell all my friends that I've won and all my family as well.
I'm sure they've been watching as well on the stream, so I'm sure they already know and they're jumping up and down at home. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Well done. Again, huge congratulations. Anyone you want to say thank you to?
Synergy Karts, Jake, my dad and Paul for the engines.
Excellent stuff. Congratulations. Macauley Bishop, 2020 IAME Cadet British Kart champion. Well done.
Thank you.
Spot on.
Spot on. Wow. There we go.